huge congratulations. Off with a win in the Grand Slam of Darts. 2 points on the board and a very good performance. You must be over the moon.
I wouldn't go as far as, thank you very much for saying it's a good performance, but I think I got away with murder, and I'm so happy to get the first, couple of points on the board. It's so important, and I'm really happy. Thank you.
In such a tight group, obviously the four of you are all clumped together, hard to split. A big performance like that, when leg difference could come into play, must please you as well.
Not really bothered about the group. There's so many good dart players about now. Not too bothered about the group. There's a lot of great dart players in darts. It used to be years ago, when you get playing the first game, but you don't get it anymore. You get dart. I mean, who's the weakest player in a dart in my dart group? It's probably me or Jermaine. Is it Jermaine in my group? Yeah. It's probably me or him, and I can win the group quite easy. But yeah.
Grand Slam's a tournament you've always spoken about how you've enjoyed it. Does it feel weird not being in Wolverhampton this year under the circumstances?
It's really disappointing, to be honest, but we've all talked about it many, 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 many times. We all moan at breakfast and say, "Oh, it's so gutting to be in front of the crowds," and blah 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 blah. But half those players moan because the crowd barracks them. So some of them you can't please. I'm very, very grateful. I'm still earning a living, and I'm playing in front of a TV camera, which is magic. You
took half the winter series off and went home. Did that refresh you and just momentum? Because you obviously spent time with Sammy.
I took 1 day off.
But just to go home and spend time with Sammy and Arthur, was that great? Obviously, because of the environment you're in.
Did I go home?
I don't know. Did you? We're assuming you went home.
No. I sat in my room with my left leg elevated because it bloody hurt.
And looking ahead, this is the tournament that you've never failed to get out of the group. You've got to the final. Is this one of the missing pieces of the puzzle on the James Wade TV? Not
really, no. I'm happy to participate in most tournaments and just want to make a show of myself. In the last 3 years, to be fair, I haven't really done any damage in this tournament, which is quite frustrating. I think the last 2 years I've won my groups maybe, but I haven't played. After I remember last year I won my group and I was averaging well over 100, and then I lost to some bloke that, in no disrespect, wasn't very good. I averaged like 84. I think I dropped like 15 points on my average, but he was better than me and he won, and that's why he prevailed. But we'll see going forwards.
James, pleasure as always, mate. Thank you very much.
Just one from me, James, if that's right. You mentioned about the standard these days, especially with your group. You've been involved in the Grand Slam since the very first event. Is this the strongest field you've seen at the Grand Slam?
Sorry?
You've been involved at the Grand Slam from the very start of the event. Is this the strongest field you've seen?
No, I'll still go back to my original comment a few weeks ago, which is upset lots of the top 10 players, which is quite funny. I don't mean it as a direct insult to them, but I think the top 10 is very weak at the moment, and I can say that with confidence because the top 10 players, they've all won something. They've all been magical at some time or another. In fact, I'm not going to say his name, but one of them come up to me and said, "Why are you saying negatives about the top 10? It's not negatives about the top 10. It's just reality, It's not as strong as it was. Take it or leave it. I've been there and done it many times. I've been in the top 10. I've been outside the top 10 recently. It's very cold down there. But I don't think that the top 10 players are as strong as they were. And I think players under that ranking order of merit have become much stronger. And that's nothing disrespectful towards the top 10 because they've all done their magical things and they've all had their part of their career where they've been amazing. But I just don't think it's as strong as it was. That's how I feel. I've upset a few of the players, but I don't really care.
All right, brilliant. Thank you very much, James, and best of luck in the next group game.
Thank you very much.